The trouble with the world today, it's plain to see, is coffee in a cardboard cup. Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
It is New Artisan Day for us today with WestMan Shaving.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, speaking of our Whiff Pack members, one of them sent us this shaving soap to take a whiff of.
Yeah, y'all, Gorguts sent us this sample of citrine from Zaharov. He assures us this is unobtainium, never to be back, so we're not ruining any episodes, but he really wanted us to smell this one. And from the sales page, here are your scent notes.
So, citrine is what it is. A true blast of citruses while staying true to the Zaharov signature DNA.
Ooh, all right. A clementine scent's in here, built with mandarin
Some
kind
sweet
of thing.
orange. They recreated their whole new scent.
Y'all, Gorguts, this is citrus, all right, but it doesn't go sweet. It doesn't go candied. It's the opposite. This is as if you turned that clementine skin into leather. This is a tiny bit smoky. This is savory. Citrus at its finest, y'all.
Ooh.
Woo! Take a little of that in. What do you get?
Oh, to me, it's almost like a citrus. Instead of it going sweeter necessarily, my brain almost perceives it as a floral. Not an orange blossom, but like the clementine itself could be more of the actual floral side. Ooh. Like it's a complex scent. I know you read citrine and just think, okay, citrus. But no, there are a lot of layers to what could be considered citrus in here, like a whole new type of citrus.
This is awesome. Such a masculine idea.
Thank you.
Orange. Yeah, y'all, Gorguts, this is awesome, and he sent us enough where we can each have a shave with it.
I'm excited.
Ooh, beautiful. And y'all, I'm excited because where this takes citrus in one direction, the non-gourmand, leathery, smoky, masculine citrus, we have it on good authority that the very first soap we have today from WestMan that we will experience is a gourmand of gourmands. But we'll know a little better when we meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at wetshaving.store.
A sweet and savory gourmand fragrance, MazaGran is a coffee-forward scent. The opening is unmistakably boozy with warm-aged rum, colliding with mellow coffee and a dash of lemon before the scent settles into a lingering journey. Almond, tonka, molasses, and vanilla are carried in a cloud of amber and rich woodsy notes, creating a sophisticated and seductive gourmand scent. Whew! Inspired by an iced coffee drink known in Portugal as MazaGran. Coffee is poured on ice with rum, sugar, lemon, and mint. Oh boy, and it's made in Portugal, so I'm gonna trust them to know.
Y'all, a seductive gourmand? Does this thing have my picture on it? All right, let's figure it out. Let's unbox it.
These are from the New Year's sale at the Wet Shaving Store.
Oh, it was quite a sale. We picked up Treasury Island from Bricktown Grooming. You did not see that, nor did you see Monarch from Noble Otter. Oh, I forgot we got this. Wood Shop, y'all, from Summer Break Soaps. We're going to do that as June merrily approaches. And what else did we get? Oh, we got Cologne Russi from Barrister and Man. But that is not what y'all have come to see today.
You have come to see.
You have come to see this.
New Artisan Day.
This is all the way from Portugal. Y'all, look at the beautiful label.
Yeah. Oh, and side label too.
Container, very nice. We are fans of the side label because in our cabinet, sometimes these sit at eye level, and this way, you know which ones are which.
We are both coffee lovers. I don't know who of us should go first.
That was not a far reach for me to figure out which WestMan we needed to try first. So, y'all, I think it's time for your girls' first impression.
Oh, man.
I'm excited to ask you some questions.
It does say on the label, coffee, rum, and lemon.
How big is the pour?
It's a 4.2 ounce.
Oh, very nice. All right, let's see what it looks like.
Okay, let's see. For those who like to see the pour, here you go. Oh, it's definitely been poured.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very smooth. All right, Take it in, see what you get.
Curious how much it says coffee gourmand, so I'm intrigued.
We do know from a few artisans, coffee can be tricky to do in a chaser.
Oh, wow. It may be tricky to do. It's lovely here.
Yeah?
It's a different way of doing a coffee, though. So I don't know if it's just more of that specific drink.
Right.
But the rum maybe is helping it come alive. And I didn't think lemon would work with coffee. But let me just tell you, whatever's happening here, it's working.
I'd like a twist of lemon.
I'll have 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 a twist of lemon.
It's very interesting. My brain gets the gourmand side, but not in a way that I thought I was going to get.
Oh, explain.
Like, it's not chocolate at all.
Okay.
But there's a part of my brain that wants to take a bite of what's in here. Even though I know I'm smelling more the coffee and the spices and kind of I know it mentioned molasses, like there's something creamy and sweet happening.
Right.
But the lemon at the end brightens it up. Like I'm feeling like it's a bright early morning or like a sunny afternoon with an iced coffee, which is what they're talking about. It was an iced drink. So somehow that's coming through.
Whoa. How is it not gourmandy?
I think the lemon is just adding a little brightness to it.
Gotcha.
Where my brain is like, do I take a bite of it? I don't think so. Do I take a bite? It's kind of going back and forth. So it's for sure. I get why they said a gourmandy lane, but I also think because it's from Portugal, the scent notes they're using are just slightly different than what we're used to. So coffee can be pretty bitter. Here, I don't get that. I get more of the creamy side, or maybe it's more the spices from the rum that are helping the coffee flavoring almost have more of a fun side to them, because coffee can be a little bit more in that bitter kind of zone. We like to get one that has hazelnut in it.
Right.
And there's something in this that the spices are helping this coffee be more friendly.
We often thought my mom was Portuguese because we didn't know anything about her family. She was adopted, and she had kind of heard somewhere in the family line that she had been Portuguese when she was born. So it turns out we had our DNA scanned, and we're just...
It's there, whatever the spice is, it's not cinnamon.
Right.
So I think it might be more of like a nutmeggy thing or something. So it's a sweeter spice.
Right.
I don't know if that's from the rum. I don't know if that's with the other magic that they threw in here, because I think I did see like a molasses and a something. So something in that lane. And it's not a lactonic, but there's something in here that just makes it a little more creamy.
Ooh.
I am not sure what that means to you, but there is a calmer kind of almost a latte-ish vibe coming through.
Nice.
But I don't think there's anything lactonic. So maybe it's like a vanilla or something else that's just kind of making it all blend and be a little more cohesive. I think I want you to get a little sip out of this mug here.
I'm willing to imbibe. All right, y'all, here we go. Rum, coffee, maybe.
I'm glad this is our first one from WestMan. It's definitely a fun adventure.
Nice, here we go.
Long whiff.
Way different. Way different. Y'all, this is from the other side of the world. You really can't get any farther before you start coming back. This is different. Of course, their coffee will taste different. Of course, their vanilla will be a little different. Of course, the lemon will be a little different. It tastes different in Texas than California. Of course, Portugal is going to taste different. I wasn't expecting this at all. Oh, it's a delight. Hold on. I don't think I've ever said this before. It's as if they're taking total gourmand notes and being given a challenge. Can you make a cologne out of these in which you don't sense any gourmand? But you have to use gourmand to do it. Yeah. I think the code has been cracked.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened here. Because wait a minute. We have not done this in a while. This is what you call the drive-by whiff. Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes. Here we go. Do you even sense a gourmand?
I get like a creamy nuttiness.
Right, like me. And almost as if they took like a marzipan and a biscotti and an amaretto and took the intensity and turned it up, and all of them kind of started to blend with each other. And then some kind of cleverness took over when all of that came to a boil, because you're getting everything from the insides of those nooks and crannies, and they are exploding on the outside. You know what my brain showed me on the first whiff?
Yeah?
Was an absolutely cozy Christmas by the fireplace.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? I don't know why.
Interesting.
But I think there's a Christmas spice that we're used to.
Yes,
that
there's
is
a different
this.
spice in here. But I still get that it's like sunny outside. Like it's morning to me, afternoon somehow. I mean, it said it was an ice drink, so my brain, I think it's that.
And we're Christmas in California, y'all. The last time this place saw snow was like the 40s.
What's in the middle? There's like a creamy sweetness.
Yeah.
And I can't figure out where that's coming from.
I think it's a marzipan. And look, MazaGran. I think that they are kind of related, but look at my face. We have a very, very special candy store here called C's Chocolates. Ask Carlos, Shave on Gents. We sent him a box. Y'all, they make a marzipan inside of that takes like days to make. It is unreal. And people fly from all over the world and get to our airports and immediately buy boxes of C's candy. That's what this has somehow captured. Y'all, that almond is just dripping in decadence in the middle of this. And all of those beautiful sort of marzipan spices are surrounding it and lifting it up and making it cleaner and then giving it a sense of lemon on the outside of it.
That lemon is magic. I wouldn't think that it would work so well, but it really works.
I'm expecting to dive into the gourmand, but I have to get through the cologne part first. And y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation. I am not a small man. I appreciate gourmands that are made into colognes, even if it's just shadows of it. But this isn't. This is like everything in that cologne has to be edible, but I don't want them to know that when they smell it. That marzipan and rum are your spine of this. But boy, are the characters on either side amazing. What do you get as the creamy part?
It's funny. I almost get like a butterscotchy vibe or something like that. It's not quite caramel, but you know, like the spices that come through. Maybe like the molasses chips from C's is pretty good up there too. Might be one of those. Just saying.
They're why I'm fat. And then something so clever in the base notes that's not a tobacco, but it's kind of standing in as like if gourmand tobacco existed, that would be what that is. Molasses maybe, but something lighter, something more rich. Almost bordering on a gourmandy floral is hiding in the center of this. I can't get past that it's one of the most beautiful marzipans I've ever smelled, one of the most beautiful spicy rums I've ever smelled, beautiful vanilla, everything else. And yet my nose still, when it takes it in, needs at least 5 or 6 seconds to know this is not just a cologne on a really dapper, lovely guy walking by who's well-dressed and debonair to the hilt. That somehow is built into this. And isn't it inspired that a shaving soap would do that? Because it's going to be all the comfort and nostalgia of a gourmand, but all of that getting you on your feet and clean, ready for the day of a cologne. Y'all.
There's something in this that's making me think of our first time smelling North Meets East. It's not the same, but a similar lane for our audience if you know that one. It's something not as dark as that one. That's more fall to me. This one's more like a summery spin on that.
North Meets East from PAA or Amaretto from Moon Soaps might not be a far cousin from this if you like those kind of things.
Instead of the cherry or the almondy, it goes a little more to the coffee side.
And I'm very curious to build a lather with this guy because we have never had a WestMan soap before. Where'd you get that gorgeous strawberry shortcake inspired brush?
This is my Opus custom brush, and it's just gorgeous strawberry shortcake fun.
All right, let's see how hard or easy this is to... Oh, it's very nice.
Okay, a little
very
push.
mid-level, push back to the stick, almost like a Sterling formula kind of would do. And this is our honeycomb resin bowl, one of 4 in our collection from Monica deep in the heart of Texas at Vanulay. Y'all, ring her up and tell her what colors you'd like to see, and she will make you some of the most amazing honeycomb lather bowls you've ever seen. So what I'm going to do is give this soap a little vertical bloom here. I'm going to wet it just a little bit, get some water going on into the little honeycomb nooks and crannies. And then when Sarah takes that brush, as Craig says, not to soak it, she's just going to introduce it to that soap and a little bit of that water and start drawing that beautiful formula up onto that brush. There's something cinnamony that keeps this gorgeously potent. It's about a 3.5 or a 4, and I love that. I like my shave soaps to have that kind of character.
I'm going one way, going the other way, and then we do our lovely rotation of the brush here.
25%. Y'all give those bristles a new orientation to come at that soap with.
And once it seems like most of the soap is kind of at those little honeycombs and on the brush, then I'm going to sneak my way on down and get a little more of the water into those little divots. And this lather is waking up already.
A few moments later.
I really want to make Doug Lane smell this and ask him if this is a gourmand or a cologne and see if his eyes start going back and forth. It's the it's the kind of scent that is so clever. It just makes you laugh. If you have that same experience, put it in the comments.
Aren't you glad you have not shaved yet? This may be the winner.
Aren't you glad you didn't say banana? And let's have something you only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Sometimes You Feel Like a Nut With. On 3, 1, 2. Even though I don't think an almond is technically a nut, that is still phenomenal. You know what? This maintains its character almost entirely in the lather.
All right, y'all, I know we don't ever talk about lather around here, but my friends, this is a gorgeous time to meet the WestMan lather.
Kidding? That looks like a founding father wig. And y'all, I know we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, but when we watch a Shave Arcade, we do glean a lot of information when we watch how that formula hits Angelo's moneymaker. So we're going to do something similar here and just show you how that paint goes onto that canvas. Oh, it feels cool. It
does. It's funny. Well, as soon as I read the iced drink, I was like, wow, we should add some menthol to this, but it does feel a little cooler.
Oh, y'all, this has a beautiful intensity to the lather.
And it's a super slick lather.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This is lighter and yet heavier than I'm used to.
Yes, there's something different. I mean, it's great to find a new artisan because we get to learn new bases.
Lighter lather, but more slick and a little more sticky.
Yeah.
But the bubbles are nice and small. Oh, I'm a fan of this WestMan. This will not be the last one of these that you see. Oh my Lord, what are their other scents even like? You know what I just got? The lemon. And you know why? I wasn't looking for a gourmand. I was looking for something clean. So you know how in every cleaner available known to man, there's a lemon-scented version of it? It's almost that lemon, the kind of lemon that's meant to be palatable to the nose, but not the taste buds. And that is adding this sense of a clean citrus inside of all of these incredible mouth-watering gourmands. That is what is making this cologne.
In the lather, I feel like it added a little bit more of that layer too. Like it almost turned that up a little bit.
Oh, and y'all, it is time to discover what's in this balance. Let's look at the scent notes. And from the BBC's Two's Company, welcome in Elaine Stritch. And what are our scent notes in this gorgeous soap?
Coffee, aged rum.
I love they said aged. I love that because it's not a generic rum note. Y'all, work was done here. This is aged, spiced rum. And then
lemon. And then you were right. Almond next to tonka, molasses, vanilla, amber, and woody accord. Ho ho!
Love that, because they're not going to tell you which wood. They may not even know. It's a woody note. It may not even be made with wood. And I love that, because they're going to find those little things, those descriptive notes at the end are generally the glue that binds all of these together. Do you sense a wood under the gourmand?
I think that's what my brain was interpreting somehow as creamy almost.
Right.
Like that was going into those.
Yes, a sandalwood and a cedar, something in between those. The sandalwood to be in the mix and the cedar to hold it in the bowl.
For sure. But those are great friends with the almond, tonka bean, molasses, vanilla side as well.
And that's where I'm getting the marzipan. I think the molasses and the almond and the tonka are coming together in such a beautiful way. And I love they use tonka and vanilla. Occasionally, those are used interchangeably. Not here. They need both qualities. Oh, and you know what? Probably a nice helping of vanilla if you look at the color.
A little color.
That soap. Beautiful.
But that is the color my brain gets when I smell it. Without even seeing that color of the actual base, that's not the color my brain is getting.
Right. And they do mention it is a sweet and savory gourmand. That's the ballgame, because this does not just go sweet. This also has that beautiful, dry, not sweet sort of bread dough, sort of, I don't know, sense to this.
I think we need to bust out our crowd-pleasing scale.
Well, I don't think it goes this high, because I would put this at like a 9.5, y'all. I don't think you'd put this under the nose of anyone where they wouldn't go, oh, what a charmer. And I think everyone can explore and appreciate the sophistication in this. There are some fine colognes that are so sophisticated that by the third or fourth second of my whiff, I'm almost lost. But these are familiar and nostalgic and beautiful. Wow. And y'all, I think Portugal is slightly south of here. Why don't we take this a little deeper? Y'all, This is such a crowd pleaser that if I were hanging out with my family, if I was taking the little nieces to fairyland, if I was going out with friends where I had no idea what their tastes were olfactory-wise, this is what I'd wear. Because I feel like anybody could not only appreciate this, but enjoy how fun it is and enjoy those little nooks and crannies. Because who doesn't love marzipan? And to discover a cologne built out of it where you barely even recognize it is just inspired and playful in its own right. Like hearing the cover of a really serious song, but the cover doesn't take it quite so seriously. That's what this is doing.
Almost like a Sunday brunch vibe, or where you're just going to hang out with your friends without a schedule that you have to be on. You're just there to indulge in the moment. There's something about knowing that this was a coffee drink that adds that to me. Like you just want to take your time and enjoy the flavors.
One of the rituals that we enjoy often is the car ride to Los Angeles. Y'all, there is just tradition and custom steeped into this adventure. And that's where I might wear this because you are going to be trapped in a car with somebody for a good 6 or 8 hours. This is the kind of thing that not only speaks fun, but speaks gourmands. You're going to be enjoying little snacks and things on the road that you wouldn't normally get, and the adventure of having a Disney park waiting for you on the other side.
I get it, yeah.
That is all in this. That's when I would wear this. I might have to get splashed. When are we going to LA next?
It's fun because this says it's sweet and savory, and that's very true because I don't think it gets too sweet. Like I'm not going to get cavities right away, but it's just the right amount of sweet, and then it flips to that savory, indulge in the spices kind of moment.
And you know what? I bring you glad tidings of great joy because we have a few soaps that are inspired by biscotti, that kind of thing. Now, if you love biscotti, and a lot of people do, but you don't like anise, you don't like the licoricey shit that always goes along with the almondy stuff, well, y'all, not even a hint of anise in this, which helps keep it above the surface, which helps keep it light and more in the cinnamon lane, and helps that connect with the beautiful sweet bark of a wood on the other side. Sometimes they're great because of what's not in them.
I think too, like normally coffee can be a very bitter, even though this says coffee forward. So, you know, like when you're a little kid and you take a whiff of coffee and you're like, what is that? None of that is in here.
That's another really great point. My best friend Jason, growing up, used to drink black coffee. I swear to God, y'all, I think he was trolling us. I think we all just sat around and watched this 8-year-old pick up this cup of Folgers, drink it, and we wanted to see if he was going to make the tequila face. Stone cold gangster. So they just let him have it. Apparently it calmed him down. I never understood it because for me, coffee's got to have a bunch of stuff in it to help disguise that sense of it. This is as beautiful and creamy and round and sweetened a coffee note as you could possibly hope for. I'm not getting the bitter sense of coffee at all. In fact, the way it's blending with the marzipan for me almost hides it in the background.
Yes. And you can't get a long enough whiff. I don't know how to explain that, but you just can't.
Right. Not just to like discover it. I know most soaps require a 3 or 4 second whiff to get all the notes in your head. But this is one of those where your nose is just like, wait, stop, keep drinking.
Yep.
This is one where your nose is just like, keep going, keep taking it in. It is too good to stop, and I do not get that with every soap. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be enjoying a beautiful coffee drink on the beach in Australia, and you're going to see these beautiful blue creatures washing up on the sand, and you're going to start to wonder why all these people are here, but nobody's going in the water. And just about the time you reach down to touch it and your friend Google's Portuguese Man Award, you're going to get your own.
So head over to WestManShaving.com where you'll find this and all kinds of other cool stuff.
Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with MazaGran, a deeply spicy gourmand that borders on a beautiful cologne. But hold on a second. That is not the miracle that I discovered when I had my shave. The post-shave feel on this WestMan lather is unlike anything I have felt before. Beautiful, smooth, creamy, protected on my face. Didn't even need a splash. Y'all, this is insanely great stuff. We will be back for more. welcome to Messages.
So for our February giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get a $20 gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you, mention the Phoenix giveaway, and check back here on our first March episode when we draw our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck. Aren't we glad that January sale made us go digging through the pages?
Hey, Andy, thank you for having that. We do appreciate those opportunities to stock up on a few soaps we wouldn't normally get because, WestMan, you have blown our skirts all the way up, not just in formula, but in scent. I can't wait to explore a few more of these.
So in the chats, write which ones we should do, because I'm curious. Now that this is our first one, we got to add some more.
And what are the others like? Are they gourmands? Are they homages?
Right?
Like, what are they? We're very curious now.
Exactly. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.